Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday Eve to you. Today is Thursday, March 28th, 2019. You know what time it is. It's time to reflect. So, as we close out this week, I want to tell you something about a conversation that I had with one of my buddies last night. It's a childhood friend from home in Montclair, New Jersey, who is now relocated to Atlanta, Georgia. He's been down there for a while. He's been very successful down there. We were just talking about change. We were talking about the older we get, how our bodies change and we experience things, and we can't always eat what we used to eat before, and we cannot always do some of the activities that we used to do. I was known for going on 14-mile walks and runs just in the middle of the night, no matter how cold it was, no matter what the weather would be. And we were saying, no, you know what, it's not quite so wise that I do that anymore, especially because I've already had a pretty bad fall. But just because the older you get, man, you got to be a little more careful. You have to consider your ways just a little bit more. And he was talking about another friend from home that he was on the phone with recently, and that friend was talking to him about all of his health issues and things that he's experiencing. And then he said to my buddy Chris, he said, what about your list? What's on your list? What do you have? And Chris just had one or two things, and the buddy said, wow, that's all? He was like, wow, look at my list. I got a whole bunch of things. And we said, well, is this what life comes to? It's at a certain point where we start getting all these ailments and things start shifting and things aren't working like they used to. But this is what we said at the end of the conversation. The lesson here, the treasure here, is to embrace change. That there will always be change in life, but you've got to embrace it. You've got to be intentional with it. That's what I said to you last week as we embarked on this new season called spring, and this is our first full week of the new season, that Solomon was saying that happiness is not going to be found in those things that perhaps the human life typically tells us is where it's found. No, but it's in being content in the mutability or the change or the liability for human affairs to change, for things to shift, for there to be different seasons and times for different things. But the key is getting through those seasons by embracing the change. How do you embrace the change? Well, you be intentional with what you need to do. You be a good steward of what you need to do with the changes that you have sought after and they're finally here, or even the changes that just happen to be dropped into your lap. You cannot change the season, only God does that. You cannot change the time, only God does that. But you can redeem it. And how do you redeem the time? You make decisions. Arise and shine, for your light has come. You make a decision and not wait until something happens via divine osmosis, but you make a decision to be intentional with the change. Change has come. Whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not, whether you open the door and invited change in or not, change is here. What are you going to do about it? Embrace it. That's where your happiness and your joy is going to be found. Listen, I love you guys. I hope you've had a wonderful week. Close out your week. Spend some time by yourself, alone. Spend some time with friends and people that you love this weekend. Have a wonderful weekend, and share this with somebody. Bless somebody. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you real soon. Peace.